At number 6, we have Ninja Kamui. Now, picture this. You're a deadly ninja who's been hiding in the countryside, living a quiet life with your family. You barbecue on Sundays, probably complain about taxes. Then suddenly, bam! Your old ninja clan tracks you down and murders your loved ones. Harsh, right? Well, that's what happened to Joe Hygon in Ninja Kamui. But here's where things get wild. Instead of crumbling in despair like a normal person, Joe flips the switch. He sheds his mild-mannered dad energy and becomes a full-blown futuristic ninja assassin with tech-enhanced abilities. He doesn't just slice enemies, he turns them into confetti. And the best part? It's not all blade and blood. The show mixes cyberpunk tech with ancient martial arts, and Joe's skills are just unfair. Like, imagine if Batman had Naruto's powers and John Wick's rage. That's Joe Hygon. This is Emmaverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. At number 5, Kill la Kill. Let me ask you something. Ever worn an outfit so powerful it gave you godlike powers? No? Well, clearly you're not Ryuko Matoi. In Kill la Kill, Ryuko wields a giant scissor blade and teams up with a sentient sailor uniform named Senketsu. Yeah, the outfit talks, but don't let that distract you. Ryuko's power level is off the charts. She starts off fighting against a school controlled by elites with magical uniforms, but by the halfway mark, she's launching people through buildings and casually dodging energy blasts. She's not just strong, she evolves, constantly. It's like if Sailor Moon had a punk rock phase and decided to beat up an entire fascist regime with sheer drip and determination. And look, the anime is chaotic, over the top, and doesn't always make sense, but Ryuko's power and her rebellious vibe? Absolute chef's kiss. At number 4, Megalo Box. Okay. This one might seem weird at first. You're probably thinking, wait, isn't this just boxing with mechanical gear? Where's the overpowered stuff? Hear me out. Joe, the protagonist, fights in a futuristic world where boxers use exoskeletons to boost their power. Think robotic arms throwing punches that could dent tanks. But what does Joe do? He fights with no gear. That's right. Gearless Joe steps into the ring with nothing but raw skill, guts, and a chip on his shoulder the size of a freight train. And he wins. Again and again. Against fully equipped fighters who should be able to crush him. It's like if someone walked into a UFC ring wearing flip-flops and still knocked out everyone with a smile. Joe doesn't need flashy powers or science experiments. He's OP because he pushes past limits, both physical and mental. Plus, the dude has grit, and in anime, grit sometimes beats giant lasers. At number 3, Yurei Deco. Alright, this one's a bit of a curveball. Yurei Deco takes place in a digital utopia where likes are literally a form of currency. Think if Instagram was your bank account, and people could literally see how liked you are in real life. But enter Barry and Hack, the chaotic duo shaking up this social credit system. Especially Hack, who is basically a teenage glitch in the Matrix. She's got the hacking skills of a cyber ninja and the street smarts of a grizzled detective. Except she's, like, 14. While most characters are playing by the rules of this hyper-digital society, Hack is rewriting the rules in real time. She doesn't need strength or fireballs. She has the power to manipulate digital reality, bend surveillance to her will, and reveal the uncomfortable truths nobody wants to see. She's OP in a different way. Not punch through a wall strong, but tear down the whole system strong. It's kind of terrifying and awesome. At number 2, a certain magical index accelerator number. Now we're talking real power, not just physical, not just mental, cosmic level dominance. Accelerator is what happens when you take a genius level brain and give it control over vectors. In simple terms, he can control the direction and magnitude of anything. Bullets? Reflected. Punches? Redirected. Gravity? Nah, he defies it. You could throw a planet at him and he'd probably yawn and send it flying into another dimension. His powers are so busted they had to give him his own spin-off just to contain all the chaos. And what makes Accelerator even more interesting is that he starts off as a full-on villain, a true menace. But after a certain little girl named Last Order enters his life, we see a softer, more human side emerge. Kind of like if Thanos adopted a puppy and decided to fight crime. But even when he's trying to be a good guy, he's still terrifying. Imagine going up against someone who can control every force in the universe with a thought. Yeah, no thanks. Number 1, Darling in the Franxx. Hero. Alright, I know Darling in the Franxx is divisive. Some people love it, some people don't. But let's be real, Hiro is an absolute beast once he gets going. He starts off as the guy who can't pilot a Franxx mecha, like he's literally washed up. Then, boom, he meets Zero 2, the mysterious girl with horns and a deadly reputation, and suddenly he's not just piloting, he's syncing with her on a level no one thought possible. And that bond? It unlocks some of the most absurd mecha powers in the entire genre. Hiro and Zero 2 together become a force so powerful, they literally evolve into a giant space entity capable of fighting planet-sized threats. They stop being soldiers and start becoming gods. Hiro goes from zero to cosmic hero, and his journey is packed with emotion, romance, and moments that make you wait, what just happened? Yeah, the plot gets crazy. Yeah, there's space aliens and existential dread. But through it all, Hiro just keeps leveling up, like a video game protagonist who refuses to lose. So, there you have it. 6 sci-fi anime with main characters so overpowered, you start questioning the laws of anime physics. From futuristic ninjas and rebellious schoolgirls to cosmic mecha pilots and god-tier hackers, these characters redefine what it means to be strong. And the best part? They're not just powerful, they're memorable. They have personality. They have struggles. They're not just steamrolling enemies, they're evolving, adapting, and breaking every rule in the playbook. Don't forget to like, comment your favorite OP sci-fi character, and subscribe for more anime breakdowns that hit harder than Accelerator's vectors. See you in the next one.